Howdy, neighbors. Uh, it's Andy again. So as I said, um, I was gonna post a video. I did get a response again from someone in one of the Facebook groups that I was a part of. And you kind of see that I'm hanging out in my bedroom right now, and the dogs and I have had to retreat into a sanctuary. They've had a fairly eventful day. Um, I'm not a big fan of things being sprung on me or surprised. And um, unfortunately, tonight's dinner was we had some guests that I wasn't aware that was coming until uh, last night before I fell asleep, and not enough time to prepare yourself for dealing, I guess. But anyway, so this lady asked how I could have a perspective on other cultures if I had never lived anywhere but the Pacific Northwest. And I guess my question or my answer to this maybe is going to be in the form of a question, and we'll kind of see maybe if she watches this. I think it was a she. The person that commented. Apologies if that's not correct. At any rate, so why is it that you, or why can't you be part of varying cultures where you live? Most of us live in areas that, especially if you're in a city, that you're surrounded by other cultures. Granted, growing up on the farm, um, Washington was a fairly white town, so um, unfortunately, that's what that was like. Just a sec. Apologies, niece interruption. At any rate, so yeah, I grew up in a fairly predominant, like white community. There was, some ethnic differences in when we moved up here for the first time. Seeing people from other cultures was kind of new for my brother and I would say. But at any rate, as I've gotten older and been in the work fields, and as I said in one of my previous videos, I worked in community health. That's actually one of the fields that I enjoy the most. And the community health in which we worked in was born out of Yakima Valley as a farm workers clinic for migrant farmers, predominantly of Mexican Spanish background. Obviously they not documented, so they don't have health insurance, and they're being gamuts around that. So this clinic was based and formed out of those needs, and they bought two clinics that were part of a different organization some years ago, and roped into that, and we were part of that here in Spokane. But that was the nice thing was is that we were very much involved in the different cultures. I don't think that there was a culture that we didn't touch. We were a non we're non they were a nonprofit clinic. I believe that's going to still be the case, and um, we would take we were a sanctuary clinic essentially. So I mean, nonetheless, we got to see a lot of different cultures, and based out of that, we were also able to do volunteer activities. And one of the big ones that we did was called Refugee Day, which is something that they get together in a park here at one of the local elementary schools. There's a park on the outside of it that they use for that, and that is a hodgepodge of multicultural, different cultures and groups coming together in one area to kind of celebrate refugees and what that means. And I'm not going to get into the debate of illegal versus legal. That's someone else's ordeal to deal with. That's not. I'm not paid enough to worry. I think that if we have the ability to help someone that needs help, we should do that. is my thought. So, but at any rate, why? So that's my curiosity: is why do I have to go? I guess to another country to be immersed in that culture. Why is it that the people that have taught me and that I've been around and been immersed with, how is that less authentic to learning a new culture? Is my question. So maybe throw that back. Uh, hopefully I do enjoy the comments, because that's how, I guess, how we engage and how the social experiment is supposed to work. Uh, and kind of coming from both sides. So, as I've said, I've been in higher education, as a student and as not a student, which obviously there, that's its own cultural sect, with multicultures within that. So, different, however you want to put it, different age groups. So that, there's segregation or differences in that. There's different types of people, different thought processes, which kind of what college life is, as what it was meant to me, my understanding of the history of that. So those are my thoughts. At any rate, again, it is Christmas Day. I did wait until the end of the day. This is why the dogs and I have kind of gone to our private place, to get away, be quiet, all that good jazz. But Merry Christmas. I hope that everyone, nothing else was safe, is by and large. If better yet, I do hope that maybe you got a warm meal. That would probably have been better. I don't know. I'm not sure how all of that works, but anyway. Again, if you like what you see, you want to have more of a conversation, have other questions, other thoughts, other comments, whatever, hit me up, either Facebook, Instagram, or better yet, head over to YouTube, and subscribe to that channel. Leave a comment on the videos, at Andy Hill CMA. Thanks.